the dead is a miracle, doc. They counted me out. Moment of truth, counting it down. Underdog story was down for the count. Back on my feet, back with a mic, back on the beat, back with a family that bang in the streets. The game on lock, I stand with a key. Standing my ground, I am planning to flee. Standing my ground, I am planting my feet. Taking a stand, embracing my destiny, shaking his hand, flipping the script.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Sunday night CrossFit talk. Are we ready to get jazzed? I'm getting jazzed.
Let's go.
It's the end of the 2025 CrossFit Games. And it was wild.
It was wild. That men's side, holy smokes.
There were so many good races this weekend. It really does go back to what Dave always says about the don't overprogram.
Right.
Let the athlete shine.
Right. Yeah. That.
And they did. They really did.
I totally agree. I feel like that is exactly what I've been trying to say with this. Why do we keep saying go heavier? Why do we keep things like that? You don't get, you stop people in their tracks. You make people rest before a barbell. Like that 105, 155 and seeing people go to absolute failure. Like if it had been heavier and you would have seen a bunch of 4.2s from earlier on, it would not have been the same race. That was fun.
Yeah, it was great. Everything was great. If I have one criticism, the final event was too slow.
So I said the same thing. I don't know why that was not done in descending, because and honestly, I feel like running Isabel should have been the final because that was so exciting, but it should have been descending. And then you get 3 faster rope climbs, and maybe it should have went rope climb, thruster, descending reps.
I think it should have, the final event should have been event 9.
Yeah.
And event 9 should have been event 10.
Yeah. But 7 rope climbs for women, that's not exciting. Sure, you get
It wasn't exciting for the men.
Not really, but I mean, it's a little bit closer. They're a little bit quicker to jump up. It's a lot slower for the women. Yeah. I mean, the lunge sure was that close, and it made it close in a little bit. Yeah. But
Larry Young, without the back squat, I think Ricky wins. Well, see, I talked to Dave, and Dave said that there's this guy named Larry who insists there be a representation of one heavy piece, and so he couldn't remove it. So
if you take that squat out period, I mean, I'm pretty sure that puts Danielle Brandon on the podium as well. It definitely shakes things up.
Also didn't like the final time cap for the men. Should have been 12, so all could finish their last event.
Yeah.
I'm responding to Hattie because I got to get the final of her thing done tonight or tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. NB, SJ Construction, you can't play what ifs because there was 9 million what ifs. So nobody's going to have a perfectly clean weekend. There's Dalen. If Dalen hadn't jumped off the box and had to do that extra rep, would he have been up? There's a million of them. They're all over the place.
Right. But I did really enjoy the whole weekend for the races. I was in shock when Jason failed those final snatches.
No.
Like that. I was like, he's going to blow the whole thing right here.
I know. He had just enough buffer. He did great in that final event, though. He did exactly what he needed to do. I was very bummed for James. Justin out touching him with the foot reach, like, man, because he would have been second.
Yeah.
I was bummed for James. I think him getting second, I mean, it was only 1 point, so it is what it is. You can look at it how you want to look at it, but and him being on the podium at all should speak volumes about him.
Right. Last year was not a fluke.
Exactly.
They were only 15 points behind Hopper.
Right.
Yeah, it was anybody's game. Unlike the female side.
How the third place spot, that was exciting. I mean, that was incredibly like I didn't expect that to be Olivia.
Right, but the top two are sealed up.
Sure.
Way yesterday.
What's new?
Not top two.
If it's Laura and Tia, it usually is locked up. 1 and 2 are usually locked up, and it's been for third. But hey, that third was exciting.
So I see Lex say that she wishes that Lydia Fish was Spirit of the Games. I don't understand Spirit of the Games. I'm never happy with who wins it.
Yeah.
So I'm not even going to commentate on it because I've never been given a clear direction as to what that is.
Yeah.
But what I will say is, being in the back, Lydia Fish is tiny. Like, I think you're tiny. Lydia Fish is like way tiny.
Well, she's taller than me. She's got height.
But she does not have the guns you do.
I will agree with that.
It's compared to every other athlete back here, she is like so small. And to be out there throwing down with those women is super, super impressive.
I mean, she's not, guys, I'm just really short. I'm like 5'3". She's probably 5'4" or 5'5". She's just taller than me. I would bet she's 5'5".
Yeah, I mean, she's not Amy Kringle tall or
no.
She was taller than I thought she was. Miriam Von Rohr is definitely thicker than I thought she was because with the high rock stuff, but I wouldn't want to meet her in a dark alley. A lot of it surprised me. It's been a minute since I've been that close to a lot of these athletes. Lucy Campbell's really tall, like really tall.
Yes.
Meredith says, okay, she's trim. It's more than trim. She's just slight. Which makes what she's doing so much more impressive to me.
Yeah, for how good she is on her hands and her like shoulder stamina, I would expect her shoulders to be bigger, and yeah, she is kind of slight.
Well, Lynn, you are very tall. You are taller than every CrossFit athlete I've ever met. So to you, Lucy Campbell probably is not tall.
I mean, Carolyne is small.
Yeah.
So
not Lydia Fish small, but small.
Well, she's shorter.
That's the perfect word for it, slight.
Yeah. I would, yeah.
And I say that with all respect. She is doing such amazing things in a teeny tiny package.
Carolyne.
I'm big now. Come on.
I feel when I was standing next to Carolyne, I actually felt big. And I don't feel big very often. When I'm on the floor, I feel like I'm the smallest one out there almost all the time, except for against Carrie Mealy. She's little, although she's also jacked. But for the most part, I feel like I'm the smallest one on the floor. And I feel like when I'm next to Carolyne, I feel big. Carolyne did get a lot
I'm not on, but I'm listening. If you want to come on, I'll send you a link.
Yeah,
I just wanted to give you time to rest up. I know it's been a long weekend for you. I accidentally bumped into Fish at Crash. I thought she was a child.
I could see that.
Carolyne got a lot of TV time and mentions on the broadcast. She did.
She did. It was nice.
Craig Richards, though the top 2 was sealed, the storylines of seeing Miriam, Lucy McGonigal, and Lydia Fish do well as they did for rookies was impressive. Listen here, Craig. Listen here. You all got on me. Annika Greer is a rookie, and nobody is mentioning her name. Everybody gave me crap for putting her in my top 10.
Amy.
9th place. 9th place.
Which I think is where I listed her, right?
Right there. Annika Greer. Annika Greer. Represent.
I picked her.
Yes,
9th.
Miriam finished higher, but Annika freaking killed it.
Exactly. We said she would have some spectacular finishes. I will say there were a couple events I expected her to finish higher on than she didn't. So I feel like there's room for that 9th to be even higher. But yes, she did. As we said, she was in the top 10.
Annika did amazing. TTT, honey. She did great. She looked composed all weekend in the back. I think Max is doing an amazing job with her. All right, I'm going to try to send Carolyne a link.
KDL, I'm hype on Tudor. I do like to shout his praises.
Oh, let's get into that. Tudor was most improved.
Was he? Is that who was picked? I
Yep.
love that. Aw. Thanks, John. Thanks for recognizing our Annika pick. I think we were all higher on Austin than we should be. Although I will say, he started out today. I was like, this dude might even win the games. Like I thought the last event would go better for him than it did. His rope climbs are just, they're mind-boggling. Austin Hatfield.
Oh yeah, what happened to that?
I don't know. I mean, that should have easily been like a top 6 place workout for him. I think quite a few people may have picked him on Heat 1 even. Trash is right. It was yeah. I don't know what happened because he was riding so high. Maybe he just burnt out a little too early. I don't know. And maybe he started too hot.
Since John's here and said that that was a big miss, I also had Lucy Campbell 4th.
You did. That was the best pick.
Just saying.
I didn't trust it. I didn't even put her in my top 10, and I mean, kicked myself for that one because I should have known she was just saying she still wasn't sure, and she's just trying to keep the hype down when she's proved it all season.
There she is.
Hi. Hello.
CrossFit Games athlete Carolyne Prevost.
I don't know if I can see the chat on my phone.
I don't know if you can. How do you feel?
I feel good. Like, this is probably honestly the least sore I've been in all of my CrossFit games.
Really?
Yeah, I remember going into some of the day, I guess it would be day 4s normally, and being super, super sore. So yeah, like legs don't feel too bad. Upper body was like the one thing that was like a little bit more sore than the lower body, but yeah, the back to back last like 9 and 10 went really fast. Like within an hour we were back on the floor.
Yeah.
So that one, like, my legs were a little bit more sore for, but yeah, feel pretty good.
Yeah, I was kind of curious how you would feel about that if you were sore, and how, knowing that Masters games is 4 days, does that give you any? Are you like, I won't be as sore? I mean, I've done this now. The volume should be.
No, because you know, whatever it'll be, 8 workouts, and you're still going as hard as you can for all of that, and you can get sore really in one day of working out.
The right
So
workout.
yeah, like the Masters one's not going to be, it's not going to be easy. Like it's going to be difficult.
Yeah.
So I want to ask you, Carolyne, what did you think of the crowds?
Ooh, it was the smallest crowd that I've seen at the CrossFit Games. I've been at the CrossFit Games every single year since 2015, except for last year was the first year I missed. So 2015, 16, like in California, because we had teenagers that were competing at the games, and then the ones in Madison at first, like I was gonna go see just like as a spectator for one of the years, and yeah, the crowd was so small. I just think the tickets are way too expensive. Like especially like a year like this year, make them a little bit cheaper, get it filled, make it look good, get people to see what the CrossFit Games are all about. Like tickets are $400 American, which is like super expensive for Canadians, and even other people. Like it's just, yeah, it was empty in there. The last, the last workout, once the teams were all done, there was a little bit more people, but the top is still empty. And even behind the rig, like towards the start line, that area was a little bit empty, but then the rest of it looked good. So some of the pictures, like in the background, like it just doesn't look as good as other years. Like when you're posting a picture before and you just have every seat is taken, like the picture just looks like it's a big show. And this year, some of the pictures I've been like getting of myself or like just seeing the competitors, you look in the background, you're like, ooh. And then when the teams would go, oh my gosh, it would empty out
Really?
a lot.
It's done that every year though. Like
Yeah.
that's not a new thing.
Yeah,
I mean, Jamie, you and I had our choice of seats when the
that's
teams were going.
true. But it's not. Yeah, that's true. We did have our choice of seats. I like watching the team competition. I mean, I always love a good race.
Well, we'll talk about that in a second. Larry Young, come on, we want to see the guns. Shelly turned to me and said, if my arms look like that, I wouldn't have anything with sleeves. Talking about our F girl, Carolyne Prevost.
Arms? Nah.
You had your guns out.
One event.
Yeah.
One event, because I've been wearing the same 2 shirts all weekend long. I gave it a rest. I wore a men's medium tank, tucked it in so it wasn't so long. But the arms were getting itchy on that one, so I went back to the t-shirt. Yeah. No, one event I showed the small guns I have.
So, Meredith, did the venue feel full? No. Yesterday was the best day. The lower bowl was pretty full yesterday with some seats up above. Today, they actually let everybody from the upper bowl come down to the lower bowl to fill that in as much as possible. And some people did not move. They kept their seats up above. But it filled in pretty good for 80% of the lower bowl. But the rig really blocks the view of any event. So if you're not behind that rig on the one end, you can't see anything. So if you had seats there, I would be extremely upset.
People were moving around, I think, for seats wherever they wanted at some point. Like people from the up top, I think were coming all the way down. So they got a good deal paying for cheaper tickets and then just going all the way down. Because it's not like they were checking the seating at all. So you could have just bought a cheaper ticket and gone where you wanted. Yeah.
Boss Man said nobody wanted to go to Albany. Shelly Young says, I think it's because the Masters aren't there. They bring a lot of people with them. Their gyms are super supportive.
I think that's a factor too. I think like when you have the Masters that go earlier on in the week and then they stay and watch the individuals and teams, like they did bring a lot of people. Like I wasn't at the Texas one last year to know what it was like, what it would have been like prior to the incident, whether if it would have been full there without, because that's the first year without the Masters, right? It was that year. But because of everything that happened, like we never got to see whether the impact was there on that year as well.
Yeah.
Or if we're just seeing it, this as the first impact that we're truly seeing because, yeah.
Team equals visit to vendor village. I'm going to skip one and come back to for a second, but Lynn says also Coral looked awesome on you, Carolyne.
Thank you.
Anthony Adams says broadcast was phenomenal. We are going to have to agree to disagree on that.
Yeah.
I actually took pictures. I meant to put them up. I'll do it sometime this week on the lunch show. The cameramen, to get those close-up shots that they do all the time, blocked the view in the arena from so many people. You could not see. And today, the last couple events where everything is so exciting, the cameraman is blocking your view from everything because he's trying to get up close and in the face. It is utterly ridiculous that is still going on today after 15 years.
Agree. Yeah, so not only does that make for a poorer viewing experience for you guys live, which ultimately I feel like if the broadcast isn't great, most people would be like, well, go live and you can experience it. But if they're also blocking your view live, that makes it even worse because we don't need to see those zoomed in shots. Like, get those people back off of the floor and you make everyone happier. You make you guys live happier. You make us watching the broadcast happier.
That running Elizabeth or running Isabel, you didn't want close-ups. It was happening too fast. You wanted to see multiple lanes at a time. Do I need to see all 10? No. But I want to see like 5.
Yeah. I wanted to see at least 5 lanes. Something panned out enough where you could see people snatch, drop the bar, and turn to run so you could see who left when. And they would be just on like Hatfield cycling snatches. And I don't know when anyone else left on their run. Like, no clue what the order is.
What did you guys actually think of Albany? So I will say this. Yes, the stands were not full. Vendor Village was fuller than it was last year. The vibe was way better this year than last year. Of course it would be. And I would say that the vibe was probably better this year than the last couple years I've gone to the games. I felt like it just had more of a community feel where everybody wanted to talk, everybody wanted to hug, everybody wanted to see what was going on. I felt like the vibe was incredible. Now, I didn't go in the city much because I'm there from 8 a.m. till 6:30 at night, back to the hotel to do this show. But I thought the vibe was cool.
That's good.
Was Albany a good host aside from maybe not the most ideal location? The one big complaint I heard is Albany did not promote the event. When we went to Madison did everything they could to promote the event when you got there. There were CrossFit signs on local establishments, local buildings. That didn't happen here.
I was having breakfast at the hotel the one day, and on the news, Hiller was getting interviewed about the event, like on like the local news.
That's awesome.
And I was like, oh my God, out of everyone that they could have picked, they have Hiller. That's hilarious.
There was, in his video that he did, there was some signs on the street, like on the lamppost, there was some hanging signs. So
those are right around the arena.
Right at the venue?
Yeah.
Yes. Mike, I'm sorry. I don't know what you're wowing, but here we go again, the broadcast. It hasn't changed in 15 years.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just like yelling at the TV and I'm just sick of it. It makes me not want to watch, and I really want to watch. I want to know what's going on. And I'm just yelling at the TV. Like, don't care. I don't care about seeing the person stand up from their handstand push-ups and stand there. Like, move along and show someone else trying handstand push-ups. I wanted to see people's handstand push-ups, and I think I saw 3 people do handstand push-ups out of that event. Like, I don't even know that we saw Justin Medeiros' handstand push-ups. I would have liked to have seen those. I would have liked seeing a few more of Colton's. We were on T a lot. I don't know. It's just like I don't care, and I don't care to see her go on the yoke and go get on the bike. Like everyone is over here doing handstand push-ups. Can we see anyone else get through these? Is everyone doing singles? I don't know.
I think a lot of people were doing singles on that, especially for the females. I mean, that was a handstand push-up workout for sure.
Yeah.
And like the finale was a rope climb workout. That was a lot of rope climbs.
Yes.
Netse Milano, totally agree. We missed Justin beating James.
Yeah.
That was the best part of that event.
And like you knew Justin was going to do well at that event.
Yeah.
Like,
and you saw it coming down the lane that all three of them were tight. There was going to be a tight finish between two of the three of them.
And Justin's not going to put the bar down,
right?
Like in an overhead lunge. Like, is that his third win doing lunges at the games? I think so.
Yeah, it might have been. He doesn't win much, but he wins the lunge events, doesn't he? But the entire arena got up on their feet because they anticipated that ending.
Yeah.
And for the broadcast not to do that, that's a problem.
Yeah.
That was an exciting finish, though.
It was awesome.
Because you hadn't seen like really a leaderboard that close where honestly there was 5 of them maybe that could have, depending on where everyone finished in that workout, could have just kind of taken that top spot. It was cool.
Anthony Adams, Chase and Adrian were great. Camera work did suck ass.
Fair. Yeah, when they showed that Brooke piece, were there still women on the floor finishing the event?
No.
There were. Oh, everyone was done?
Everyone was done.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, the event was not over. Her heat was over. They showed the thing in between heats 2 and 3.
Yeah.
And then heat 3 came out.
I was just making sure everyone was done because once again, I didn't really know.
And easier access to vendor village, et cetera, correct? Well, there were 2 vendor villages. So there was a vendor village outside on the street. And then there was a vendor village in an adjacent building where the athlete village and the press rooms were. But the vendor village in that adjacent building was really nice, really nicely set up, very easy to walk around, very crowded for most of the week that I saw.
That's good. I mean, that's what we want for the vendors. Oh, they were talking about the handstand push-up one where they were doing the piece on where Sydney was talking. That was really annoying. I agreed.
DFW vendor village tool it took forever to get in. It was 4 blocks away. You had to go through security. They have security at these vendor villages as well, but they were really quick, really, really fast compared to Dallas Fort Worth last year. Doggone it. Madison was better than we give it credit for. I like the vibe of Madison having an outdoor indoor. I really do miss, as great as the programming was and as much as the athletes were able to highlight the programming, I do miss a little bit of outdoor work.
Yeah. I also think that's part of what made Madison busier was you could buy just the festival ticket and you could just do the outdoor, do the beer garden, do vendor village. And you could say if money was a concern to you, you would still get to see events and be a part of it for like $200 or less. I don't those were, and maybe they were less than that. I feel like the festival tickets were quite reasonable.
I was just surprised that there was no odd objects really, like at the games. Like you just had the axle bar and I guess a dumbbell, but like no sandbag, no kettlebells, no sleds, no pigs, no snail, like just no, I guess yoke is a odd object, but Nothing about the yoke. Like the yoke was not really anything in that workout.
Ooh, it looks
Meredith
so heavy.
Jones. Meredith Jones says, "I love that Hiller was a spokesman for Albany."
Yeah.
One shout out to Hiller is he did let me record a video for Tyson.
Oh,
Oh,
awesome.
he didn't come, did he?
He didn't. They would not. The Bears wouldn't allow him to leave.
I mean, I can't blame them. $99 for festival tickets. See, that's a good deal.
Yeah, we're way behind here.
I know. I see Dildo
I
was
gotta scroll
asking
past.
questions to Carolyne about, and I feel like she was kind of answering that right there. Just something odd object is what she felt was missing.
Yeah, what's one movement missing from this year's programming that you felt should have been included? Was this year a good test in your opinion?
I think there were a lot of short workouts when you look at it. I mean, yeah, just no odd objects. It was very CrossFit in general. Like anyone could do any of these workouts at their gym. Really, there was no surprising element that people had to adjust to. There was one twist of the weekend was just adding more running, but not deadlifts. Oh man, when they announced that twist, I was like, come on. You're gonna add handstand walk and running, and you're just gonna keep the deadlift the same. I was like, please, please. Yeah, I was expecting more twists. That didn't really come, or just more odd object things, in general.
The spectator experience in Madison was also great. There were tons of clinics, seminars, and workouts to do. It was more than watching athletes in Vendor Village. They did have some clinics and activations here. It was mostly mayhem because that's who they got to coordinate with them. But yeah, there was some here.
To add to my answer from before, I don't think it was a very heavy games, if I'm being honest. Like the only heavy thing that we saw, like yeah, we did a max back squat, a heavy deadlift, and maybe the dumbbell.
I feel like that squat clean got heavy enough for you guys. I
It
personally
was
think
irrelevant. The squat clean, no one struggled at 205. Not a single person. Who missed the lift? No one.
Nobody missed.
No one even took their time to go. Like they were just kind of going through it. I do not think that was a heavy. No way. All of the girls said it wasn't heavy. No one had to think about it.
I don't know.
And if you love this banter, come check out the Masters CrossFit Games, where these two argue over every piece of programming throughout the day.
Well, of course it was a pegboard workout. I mean, especially with people slipping.
Yeah, that was unfortunate.
Yeah.
And it's different from lane to lane too, right? Because the teams were on before doing a 5 minute for time, and you could have certain lanes that were just a little bit more sweaty than others. Yeah, it's crazy. Some of the people like in the final heat that would typically do amazing in that workout, all of a sudden were, not doing so hot. Yeah, that was unfortunate.
I would agree with the shorter workouts though, and you will find that will be the case at Masters. I mean, we added up the time we were on the floor last year, and it was like not very much. Like it's just short, and it's hard to. I don't know if you're not a short, sprinty power output athlete. Good luck.
Before I get back to Lynn, I can't believe you guys think it wasn't heavy enough and Larry was happy with the programming.
I think it was plenty heavy enough. I think it made for good races. I've said this. I think if you made anything heavier than it would have resulted in people standing around, and that's not exciting.
Lynn does ask, was it way more running this year, or am I just unfit?
I feel like there's running every year at the games.
Yeah, I actually feel like it was almost less.
There's just there was less events, so maybe 3 out of the 10 is 30% head running. isn't as bad, but like when there's 12 or 13 events, I think that you would still see some sort of running for events. Yeah, I think it's about what you would normally see. I don't think it was like necessarily more than usual.
What I did hear is the plexiglass pegboards were the same pegboards used in 2015. That Rogue just had them in storage, brought them out, hooked them up again.
They use them in 2022 as well. I did a pegboard event. It's the same one that they've been doing ever since.
Right.
It's super expensive too, because I asked Katie from Rogue at one point why it's on their website, and she said it's just too expensive.
So Ben says, move it back to Madison.
I would love
well, I
that.
did talk to Heather Lawrence today, and she wanted to ask me if I noticed how soon they got the open dates out. And I said, I did. We've talked about it on this show several times, how it's the earliest we've ever known those dates, and that you guys have been stepping up with all that. And she did tell me they are very, very, very close to locking in the venue for next year.
So they do have. That's what we were saying. They must have a spot like on the docket, or you wouldn't say we're not going back to Albany.
Yeah. So,
I saw a comment, no ring muscle ups. I agree. I feel like maybe that's a little bit what was lacking.
I was surprised not to see ring muscle ups.
Prescott says, Carolyne, you did great at the CrossFit Games. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
Do I think the CrossFit Games should be in Atlanta? I just want it to be in a place where if you're going to be all inside, it's all in the same building and not a walk to whatever accessory stuff there is. Or go to a place like Madison, like a fairground or something like that, where you have a building for the inside and a venue on the outside to do fun stuff. Either way, I don't really care where in the country that is. I just want it to be, the right fit for the spectators and the athletes.
Mm-hmm.
I know I don't want to go too long tonight because I do have to finish up Hattie's documentary. But I did have some notes I wanted to take. We had teams tied going into the final event. What a freaking race. And two legendary affiliates with CrossFit Oslo and CrossFit Mayhem going head to head in a rope climb workout to finish the CrossFit Games, and Mayhem lost.
With a worm as well.
Yeah. Mayhem had not lost a rope climb workout at the games since 2017.
Wow. And this is the first European win, right, for teams?
It is.
Yeah, I was super happy for that team. And
don't say it again, Jamie. We don't need the bad comments.
Tola finally getting a win. Kristen Holta getting a gold medal after an impressive career for her to come back last minute with that team. Yeah, I was really happy for that team to get on top. I was rooting for them.
And third City.
Place. Yeah, I chatted with some of those girls I'm competing against soon at the Masters. So I was looking at them. I was like, okay, they're gonna be tired too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're probably your top competition at the Masters in Columbus.
Certainly. Yeah. I think
awesome.
They had like 6 or 7 from the 35 to 39 females. Christine Best, I think Christine Middleton, Stevie, Caroline Klutz, me. I'm forgetting a couple people maybe, but
I think that's it. I think Braun is the 6th. There are 6 people at the games competing in Masters.
Okay.
Braun is not competing at the Masters.
Well, who is there was one male that I swear they said.
They said it on the broadcast, but I talked to Braun. He's not competing at the Masters.
Okay, then maybe there is.
He didn't do the semis.
He didn't.
Yeah, it's
There were loud cheers whenever Tia or Brooke was up and whenever Hopper or Roman came out, which was surprising to me. I didn't think Hopper would be this popular that fast. But his social media campaign this year has worked.
He did really well with social
He
media.
did.
I mean, he did really well all weekend. He was super impressive. But
And
he pushed the ticket sales too with his little sign, "Come to my CrossFit competition."
And Roman looked like a little kid every time he got to run out of the tunnel. It was the most enchanting version of Roman I've ever seen.
That's good.
And you probably didn't get to see that on the broadcast.
Nope.
Did
not.
Jules B. Carolyne, I watched you at last year's Syndicate Crown and was so impressed then. To watch you at the games this year filled me with joy.
Thank you. Didn't have a great Syndicate crown last year. But...
And a couple people said Boys Interrupted really launched those guys.
Yeah.
And it did.
Yeah, for sure. You got to see their personalities, their banter, and just follow their relationship over the year. It was really good. Justin did really great too.
He did. He had a good.
Yeah, and we covered that Colton won the Spirit of the Games, Tudor won Most Improved, and the Rookie of the Year was Miriam Von Rohr.
I thought Most Improved was going to go to Lucy Campbell, but I think because she was on the podium, maybe they wanted to give it to someone else. Because I thought Lucy, going from not competing for 2 years and 16th to second, like that step that she made there was significant.
But Tudor went from getting into a fight with his coach backstage to getting to top 10.
Yeah. Yeah, he had a great weekend.
He really did.
And I thought Spirit was going to go to like Fee or Lydia or someone.
It probably should have gone to Lydia.
Yeah, Lydia. Like I was thinking someone like Lydia or something. Yeah.
Cause she had the fish head. She had the crowds going wild. People were
smiling all the time. To me, like Spirit is also like smiling, like kind of interacting a little bit. Like
she hasn't been around long enough to.
No, I know.
Impacted the community in the right way.
But when I think of Spirit of the Games, I don't think of Colton necessarily. I don't know. In that, like, I love Colton. I'm a fan of his. He is the hardest worker out there. He's really up to social media stuff. Like, I don't necessarily think of him as Spirit of the Games when I think about that. When I think about the athletes that have had it in the past and just the type of personalities that they have, like the smiles, the shaking everyone's hands and stuff like that, like Colton's like a machine when he's on the floor. Like he's not like he's serious. He's like it's not that type of personality that you typically see for the Spirit of the Games.
Here comes my riff because you guys keep pushing. I said I didn't want to talk about this because they don't define it. They do not define what this is.
True.
So it's impossible to pick it. Roman won it because he hurt his ankle and had to jump on one leg, which all the Masters athletes pulled their calves and had to do the same thing that weekend. And the adaptive athletes do that every day. So I don't know how that wins you Spirit of the Games. Correct. However, what Colton has done to give people hope, coming and improving little bit by little bit each and every year, being smaller in stature, being an outlier with what's going on in the CrossFit space, and overcoming all of that is more Spirit of the Games than wearing a fish head. And I love Lydia Fish, and I think she's cute, and I hope she does well in the future, but she's young, and she has plenty of time to win other awards. When Roman won it, I thought Fee should have won it that year. So I will always be a proponent for Fee to win the award. I think she has done a lot for the community. She's always out there talking to people. She's always out there conveying what CrossFit can do for you. And I think that is more Spirit of the Games than anything else. But just because you wear a fish head should not get you Spirit of the Games. It's got to be that you're an inspiration or you're overcoming something, or that you are spreading the gospel of CrossFit. That's my riff.
Yeah, I guess I don't know if Spirit is just at the games that weekend or it's taken into consideration things outside of the games. It's not really clear what that is. But I do agree with what you're saying
So-
in terms of Colton and stuff like that. Yeah.
So back in the early days, it was like your career, right? Most of the people that won Spirit of the Games were Cole Sager and Becca Voigt. And it was towards the end of their career. And it was like, you've done all of this along the way to spread the good news of CrossFit. I think when we got to the 20s, we lost its way. And now it doesn't have the meaning it used to. Which is sad, because part of the piece that helps the sport grow is pushing the methodology and helping everyday average Joes get into the gym and save their lives. And I think that's what the early representation of that was. And now it's just, I don't even know what, if they cannot explain it to me. And that's what's hard.
That trophy was really cool, though, that he got.
Yeah.
I thought
love
so
that
too.
trophy.
Should the fans choose the spirit of the games? I actually think now that would be the way to get the true spirit of the games.
But then it's just a popularity contest.
Possibly.
I don't know.
I guess I don't know how the community would vote in that way.
So anyway, that's my riff on that. I did talk to Saxon Panchuk. We had a very nice long conversation. I said that was one of my goals coming into this weekend was to find him and have a talk. And I literally said to him, dude, it's been a minute. We need to have a talk. He goes, I know. I said, doesn't have to be on air today, and it was a great talk. And I'm just glad he's back. And he loves CrossFit. He's always loved CrossFit, and his heart was with CrossFit. And that's pretty much the summation of what we talked about. And maybe the other organization didn't appreciate his love for CrossFit.
Well, if they're trying to be something CrossFit adjacent, that makes sense.
Yeah, there's definitely more to the story. And he did say he would be willing to come on the show. But we had a great talk, and hopefully he'll come on and explain everything. But I would just say his main goal through this whole thing was to get athletes back in the gym. And we talked about when he used to come to my old gym, how the whole gym would light up when the Panchuk brothers came and got to work out with them, and what that meant to that community. And that's what he's trying to push back into wherever that may be. And it looks like it's going to be back here with CrossFit. So that was a great talk. So we can finish up with the winners. Surprise, surprise, Tia won the women's title.
Yeah.
Lucy Campbell really was a surprise to everybody but me, that she came in second. And Olivia Kerstetter, I think, was a big surprise to everybody that she took third.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
That final event, she looked incredible on.
Yeah.
She won the lunging workout, if I remember, in 2022 when I was there, that had an echo bike, I think thrusters again, and lunging. So yes, when she gets one in her wheelhouse, she crushes it.
Yeah.
She crushed that one. Yeah, she looked really good on the rope climbs.
Very good on rope climbs. You wouldn't think she'd be that great at dense set of rope climbs, and she held her own.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was calm and cool in the warm-up area all weekend. Lucy, same thing. I think that is a testament to why they did so well.
Yeah.
Lucy was so good all weekend. Like even in the handstand push-up where she struggled a bit, like how she was so good on the bike and on the machines just to even recover there. Like she was very consistent all weekend and a step above the rest of the field, I found.
Fergie's asking if I'm drinking coffee at 9 p.m. I am. I still have to finish a documentary before people go home. So that's why I need to wrap up by at least 9 o'clock tonight.
Okay. We got 9 minutes. Let's go.
I have an early flight tomorrow to pack for.
On the men's side, we talked about it. Jason Hopper wins his first ever title. Second place was Ricky Garrard by 1 point over James Sprague. And that 1 point was because Justin Medeiros leapt to the finish mat ahead of James Sprague. And that 1 point made the difference between second and third.
Yep.
Sorry, I don't know what I clicked there and I got out of the screen.
I think James was just angry with himself. I mean, when you're that close, you have it. He just needed to pick up that bar 1 second earlier than he did. Or he sort of like stumbled over that bar to step in too. Like anything about that. He just was not a cleanest execution finish for him. And, that's what he's working on is having clean executions.
And like Carolyne said earlier, Justin is not going to mess that up. That is his jam.
Yeah.
And James should have known that going in.
Yeah, I called Justin winning that workout prior to it. So I was like,
I agree with Michael Pace. Michael Pace Sprague silenced a lot of doubters this weekend.
Agreed.
He did. And he is like, of all the people in the warm-up area, he is so friendly to everybody. Like everybody. He does not pick who he's not, who he is, whatever. He gives a lot of the women advice on what he saw out there. And he's just a good kid. I got to see his dad today. His dad was in such a good mood, and excited to see us in 3 weeks because he'll be competing at the Masters CrossFit Games.
Oh, is he? I didn't know that he was.
He is in the 60 to 64-year-old division. I know there was some controversy about his knee sleeves, but I thought, honestly, this was like a really cool games this year. I thought it was a fun vibe. I thought it's what the community needed. I think it like helped reset everything so that we can move forward. Now, hopefully the sale doesn't jack that up. Hopefully we can continue this momentum into next season.
You gotta read this one. I just realized Boys Interrupted is going to have 3 champs now, plus Dallin. Yeah.
Well, Dallin keeps calling himself a champ because he won 3 of them as a teen. But I don't think they count the same.
They don't count the same. It's his turn next year.
What place did Dallin finish? I don't want to.
4th.
4th.
Yeah. It's his turn next year. This is gonna propel him forward.
Boys Interrupted finished 1st, 3rd, 4th, and 7th.
7th. No, 8th, I thought, for Justin.
I'm looking at the leaderboard right now.
7th?
Right behind Jay.
Yep. Austin 5th, Jay 6th, Justin 7th, Jeffrey Adler 8th.
Yep.
Well, that's what I was thinking, like Jeff. Yeah.
Yeah, Jeff did not look happy at all. You can say other people were upset. Jeff did not look happy at all this weekend.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on with Jeff. The Ricky thing was weird. It did seem like he was mad at the end, and I don't know what he could have been mad about because There was zero chance he was going to get first. Zero chance. Like, I mean, Jason beat him. Like, I don't really understand what you could have. The fact that you held on to second, you should have been. Maybe he was relieved and we read his face wrong. I don't know. I didn't understand what was going on there.
Yeah, I didn't really see any of that, so I can't comment. I was walking back to get my stuff.
He was complaining about the pegboard. So what is he saying? Had he been in a different lane, he would have won. I don't know.
He had a lot worse events. I mean, he had a lot of not great events.
Well, his squat wasn't great, right? I mean, neither was James's. So, like, again, like, there's just that's just not the way to think about things.
I have 2 Carolynes in my green room.
Because I had a phone call, so I think it ruined the whole. I couldn't hear anything.
Yeah, I hate when people. I don't know.
I get it.
It's fine.
You can be. I mean, I'm sure I would have, like, if I had been him, I would probably be complaining about it too. So, like, I get the frustration. You're also taking away from other people's accomplishments when you do that.
Yeah, he turned it around and said he'll just focus on the positive or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, but to carry the pegboard to the end of the event, you should have let that go.
Yep.
Domit was screwed on the pit. Domit had a rough weekend. She threw up all over the floor. Right before an event.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was rough.
What event was that?
The one with the runners.
The deadlift handstand.
Yeah.
Ew.
Before the event even started, she didn't even get out on the. She was standing in her lane and just there it went.
Oh.
That's not good.
And that's the same one. Hattie was medically removed at the end because of her stomach.
So there was a bug going around.
Apparently.
That's not good.
Not the same as mine on my body.
Lynn, emotions were just high. I can understand him just thinking, if only, and sadly saying it out loud.
Yeah. I get it.
It's like when we stick.
Are we talking about Ricky's interview? Because I missed that part. Yeah, I heard it briefly, but I didn't really hear his full interview. But yeah, he seemed upset about that.
Alexis Raptis did great with what she had going on as well. Yeah, I heard it was a full ruptured back.
Yeah.
Ruptured disc.
Yeah, disc.
Yeah. I had a little bit of a bug this weekend too. Travel's just rough on bodies, man.
Yeah, yep. you always get a few people whenever there's competition that there's always sickness from traveling. There's always at least 1 or 2 competitors that are feeling down.
Hey, a man actually shows his emotion for once, and y'all still ain't happy.
I said I get it. It is what it is. I totally understand what he was feeling.
It's hotel ice machines.
Ooh.
I didn't go to the hotel ice machine, so. All right, guys.
We're being booted.
Well, we're not being booted, but I need to go get my ending to this documentary. And so I'm meeting with Tristan here in a couple minutes, and then hopefully Hattie, and then I can just leave tomorrow morning. But I hope you guys like that. It's going to be coming out in the next few weeks. Hopefully I can get it out before Masters so that I can clear the deck and start anew with the Masters CrossFit Games. with that, guys, thank you to everybody for the support. So many people came up and said hi to me this weekend. Loved meeting each and every one of you. That was awesome. And a huge shout out to two people in the media room who every year always are fun to hang out with and make the long days okay. And that's Amanda Hari and CTP. Those two are the best. And they make everything really fun. So with that, guys, we will check out of the hotel and we will see you maybe for lunch with the Clydesdale tomorrow. I don't know where I'll be on the road. So maybe tomorrow, but definitely back on Tuesday. With that, guys, see you then. Later.